My name's Beckwith. I'm a registered EEG technologist, and I'm proud to announce I've released a new feature where I can perform an automated sleep report on my overnight EEG brain recordings. So I just wanted to show you guys a demo of the feature, and I'll show you guys step by step how to hook up the study for an overnight recording. Let me show you guys how it's done. Let's go to the bathroom. This has been my little routine as I've been recording my sleep over around the past month. I've been figuring out the best way to do it, and this is what I found. So I keep everything in the bathroom in this little drawer. We have your conductive paste, Q-tips, prep, 3 pieces of tape, and a little bundle of wires. I also brought out a little mannequin head here so I can show you exactly where to place the wires to get this automated sleep study. So it's going to take 3 wires. You got your ground, the green wire, and your reference, the brown wire. These are important because everything's compared to the reference. So you want to make sure you get this right. So you're going to put one of them behind the right ear, doesn't matter which, and then also one of them behind the left ear. That's your 2 wires here, and you put it on with these little pieces of tape so they don't fall off. Now you're going to want to take the Q-tips, squirt out some prep onto the Q-tips, scrub behind the ears, scrub, 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 scrub. Dip your electrode in the paste, take it out, and then place the electrode down behind the ear and tape it down with the tape so it does not move and it does not come off overnight. Now the last one, we got the white wire, C4. That's gonna go right here. Boom. But first, of course, we have to take our Q-tips, scrub C4 with the prep, and then we'll dip our wire in the paste, place it down right on C4 and with a piece of tape. Now the hard part is going to be C4, parting the hair, making sure it gets to the scalp, and you want to make sure you scrub hard enough. Very important steps for good signal quality, but it's just 3 wires and I think you guys could do it. Once you've done it a few times in your experience, it may take 3 to 4 minutes to set up. Once you have all the wires going back, you want to have them going behind you, kind of like a ponytail, not in front of you. That's the best way to do it. And I also put a little piece of tape in the middle of the bundle of wires so it makes it less likely to get tangled. Now once you have, let's say you have the wires on, got them on in the places I told you, behind the ears, and then we got C4. We can also do C3 if you want to switch it up, but I'm right-handed, so I just place it right here. Essentially, you find the center of the head and you just go over about 6-7 centimeters. Easy to find. Once the wires are on your head, you can go to bed. So once you're in bed, you can have the wires go behind your pillow and then off to the side. You can plug them into the board right here. So we have our reference and ground right there and there. Now let me try and plug these in while holding the camera. It's kind of tough. So the reference and ground go into the bottom pins right there. Got reference and ground plugged into the bottom pins correctly. Now we have to find where is C4. So we go look very closely on the edge. You can see the electrode names of all the different electrodes. We find C4, and C4 goes into the top pins. Very important, any active electrodes into their top pins, and the ground and reference are special. They go into their bottom pins right here. Now that we're all plugged in and we have the wires going behind our head off to the side, we can turn on the laptop and we can open the AiON EEG Review software. So double click, let it load for a couple seconds, and once we're in, we can go to the top right, press record EEG, and that will open up the acquisition window so we can actually record. The first gray window is just for reviewing EEGs. This one's going to be for us to record. So since we're only doing C4, deselect all the other electrodes. That way it's not recording data where there's no electrodes, and then just press connect EEG device. Since our guy doesn't have any brain, we're getting literally just a bunch of noise. So if you're seeing this, guys, it's not your brain waves, it's just a bunch of noise. It's possible the reference and ground aren't plugged into the correct pins, or the wires are completely off. That's 2 little troubleshooting things. Now we start our recording, we name our file, just name it test for this just to show you how to get it started, and now it's officially recording. If it's your first time recording, make sure you go to the Windows, System and Battery. Make sure your screen turns off after 1 minute and goes to sleep never, because we want the computer up all night recording our brain. Once everything's set up, we can manage the wires. I found this little power box, the brick. It causes a lot of noise, so I try to keep that separate from everything. And there's my little recording setup. I screen recorded what I did when I woke up this morning, so you guys can have an idea of how to stop the study and generate the sleep report. So you just go to recording, stop recording, and then after that we can exit out of the acquisition window because we're no longer recording any EEGs. That'll leave you with just the review window, and we can open up our file, scroll through. I like to name my files based on the date, so it's easy to tell which day is which file. Pretty self-explanatory. Then go to View, Auto Sleep Report, and put in which channel. In this case, I use C4. I think that's the best single channel to generate a sleep report right now. Just based on my personal experience, a lot of sleep structures are happening in the center of the brain. So if we're only going to use one active electrode, I think that's the way to go, guys. And after maybe 10-15 seconds, it'll generate you a sleep report with the total sleep. I had 8 hours, 42 minutes, 54 minutes awake, REM, 2 hours and 23 minutes, stage 1, 15 minutes, stage 2, 4 hours and 49 minutes, stage 3, an hour and 15 minutes. While it's not a replacement for a full hospital sleep study, it's pretty amazing the results you can get with just one active electrode in my automated sleep staging. So another thing we can do is import this data into Oscar. That's another open source software that people can track and view their sleep data, usually with CPAP or BiPAP machines. And when you auto-generate a sleep report with my software, it gives you a CSV where you can import into Oscar as a ZO file, and you can view it along with your CPAP, BiPAP data. It's pretty much as close as you can get to a real sleep study every single night. But of course, not for medical use, guys, but it's pretty damn good what you can get. If you're interested in recording your brainwaves overnight and getting an automatic sleep report, go to jaredbeckwith.com, get my EEG kit, and I'll help you guys set it up. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all on the next video.